Oh, my goodness.
What now?
His name. I can't recall it.
You shouldn't be let out alone.
Where are you going?
I am going to put these reports on the colonel's desk.
Please, Sergeant, you must help me find my friend. I'm very late. He'll be greatly concerned.
And I am, too, for your sanity.
Sergeant!
Now, listen. Stick your hands off me, or I'm going to...
I'm here to see Colonel Daniels.
He's asleep, sir. He asked not to be disturbed.
Sergeant, I've ridden all night long to get these reports into the Colonel's hands, and I intend to do it personally. Now.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Oh, never mind that fool. Well, Sergeant, are you going to tell the Colonel I'm here, or must I do it myself? Colonel Daniels, Major Corbin.
Sergeant.
Don't you say one more word.
Sergeant!
Sir?
Sergeant! Who was the last person to see the Colonel?
A friend of his, sir, a man called Conway.
John Conway?
Yes, sir.
I told the Colonel he couldn't be trusted.
Why, what is it, sir?
Colonel Daniels is dead. Murdered.
Blimey.
Yes. Sergeant, get me 4 men to accompany me immediately.
Yes, sir.
Out!
But, Sergeant!
Get out of there!
Where are they going?
To Benton's. Jeremy.
It's getting late. Whoever you're waiting for obviously isn't coming, though you must have arranged a second rendezvous spot, a counterplan.
We did.
Then when are we leaving?
5:30 and not before.
You're much too emotional to become an effective spy. One must remain detached. You really should get out of this business. You're obviously not cut out for it. You're going to look very foolish, Jeremy, when we get back and clear all this up.
I hope so.
Our job is to get that document.
But the horses, they're back at the tavern.
We'll walk back to the lines if we have to.
We agree the only way to get the document is to blow open that strongbox.
Aye.
Any explosion, no matter how mild, is going to bring the entire British Army down on us.
Can we smother it?
No, it's still too risky.
I can't hear myself think with that clock. It's 5 o'clock now. It'll sound again at 5:30.
Only once. I don't know if the device can be measured that precisely. But 6 strokes, that'll give us about 10 seconds of cover.
Well, then we'll have to wait until 6.
Jeremy won't be able to wait for us.
We'll catch up with him at Ridge Meadow.
Well, these friends, I mean, they must be rather special. What sort are they?
Loyal. They're risking their lives to get back the document you gave the British.
What? They're on a fool's mission. I gave the British nothing.
I saw you.
What you saw and what you think you saw are two different things. I gave them a document, a false one.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Because you wouldn't listen.
They could die for a worthless piece of paper.
Well, that does it. The British, they found us while you kept us sitting here. Come on, the back way. Give me the gun.
Conway, open up.
We're to get out of here alive. The gun.
orders. I want a squad of men and horses at the edge of town within the hour. I'll wait for you there. Oh, yes. And alert Lieutenant Gibson. I want him to ride with us. He knows this country. On the run, Private!
Here. You'll probably want this back.
I want the truth.
Well, the truth is Lafayette is right. I'm a double agent, but I'm not a traitor.
You're trying to say you're only half a traitor.
British arrested me. They knew I was a Continental spy. They offered me an alternative. Either become a double agent or die. I had very little room for choice, Jeremy, so it was a matter of survival. But this document, it's too important. There are too many lives at stake, so I gave them a fake one to save my life.
And the real one?
There's an agent named Mackenzie. I gave the document to him.
Why?
To keep it out of British reach, obviously, Jeremy. I had intended on taking it back to Lafayette myself.
Had my fill of lies.
No lies, Jeremy. We'll go get the document and take it back together.
Where do we find Mackenzie?
Neutral territory, north, near the Susquehanna River. We'll be nearly all day on foot.
I'm supposed to meet my friends at Ridge Meadows.
Well, fine. We'll pass through there on the way.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Henry.
take a rest.
It's peaceful. Hard to realize men are killing each other just a few miles away. Your friends?
Yes, I was just wondering if they were all right.
What was your counter plan if you missed each other?
Ridge Meadows.
You know, Jeremy, this spot, the peacefulness of it, reminds me of the fishing hole Robert and I used to go to. We'd swim, fish, build a fire, cook our catch. It was a world set apart, quiet, alone, peaceful. And you were the only one we ever let share it.
I remember the first time. It was my 12th birthday.
I wish we could go back. But I guess you can't undo what's been done.
We can try.
You're Robert's brother, all right. Dogged and persistent. I admired that in him. In fact, I envied him. He could shoot better than me, ride, fence. Had a great deal more courage. About the only thing I had over him was I could speak a little more eloquently. So he became a soldier and I became a spy. He stood behind a steel sword and I hid behind a somewhat tarnished silver tongue.
We better get going. Mackenzie will be wondering what happened to you.
They've been through here all right, sir. 2 sets of tracks there. Conway must have been mad to risk killing the colonel right there in headquarters.
I don't think that's why he went there. He had some very pertinent information to deliver. Either he couldn't or he wouldn't, so he killed the colonel to avoid arrest.
Then he must still possess that information.
Not for long. I intend to wring it from him. Before I hang both he and that rebel he's running with.
Oh, I remember another reason why I became a spy. So I wouldn't have to become an infantryman.
We better get going.
Persistent. An admirable trait, I suppose. But with aching feet, it's, irritating.
About an hour old.
Isaac, I'm afraid I won't last much longer.
We'd better get out of here.
They're on horses. They'll overtake us.
Not unless they see us. We know where we're going. Tracking even on horseback, it'd take them hours before they'd get to Ridge Meadows. Come on.
We're almost to Lafayette's lines. How much further to Mackenzie? Going that far, less than an hour. You know, Jeremy, being a spy was much less exhausting. This journey's turned me into a tired old man. This is where we part company, Jeremy.
There is no Mackenzie.
Well, matter of fact, there is. He's a ferryboat captain. I'm leaving this country and this stinking war behind me.
And the documents paying your passage.
That's right.
It was all a lie.
And it wasn't a fake you turned over to the British.
No.
Why? Why, John?
Spying, Jeremy, is a dirty, inglorious, contemptible way of life. It corrupts and slowly kills the strongest of men. You learn to make friends with a man so you can stab him in the back. That's a spy's existence.
You became pretty good at it.
Survival, Jeremy. It's a savage world. Everyone's for himself. I learned the hard way you can't spin glory. There is no glory, just destruction, betrayal, and the stench of death. Land, that's what this war's all about. It's soaked with the blood of soldiers. But who gets it? The opportunists, the politicians, the grabbers. They watch men die, then take. The British offered me money. Enough money to buy my own land.
And you took it! Didn't it matter whose blood was on it? The names of those men you sold the British were men like Robert. They know what they're fighting for. You never did you?
Hey, Zach. I can't.
Not much further, Henry. It's Jeremy. Jeremy! Document.
I have it. We just barely managed to avoid a British patrol back at the river.
They're looking for us. We'd better go.
Jeremy, you have the document. You don't need me. There's a boat waiting. Let me catch you. If I go back, it'll be to face a firing squad.
Lieutenant? Aha. It seems we have quite a catch.
What's to prevent you striking a bargain with the British, telling them our destination?
Jeremy, I don't think that's possible.
He's telling the truth.
He killed a British officer, Colonel Daniels, I believe.
Colonel betrayed me. Looks like the world's full of betrayal.
You should be an expert on that by now. Let's go.
You're outexperienced, outnumbered, and soon you'll be outflanked.
Zach, Henry, take him and go.
No. I'm the one who stays. You were sent for Benton. You take him back.
It's very noble indeed. Now put the pistols down. Put the pistols down. Now get out here. If you hurry, you can reach Lafayette's lines before dark.
My orders are to take you back.
No. I'm the logical one to stay. At least the three of you know what you're fighting for. And it's not as heroic as it sounds. I've connived myself into a corner. Gambled and lost. British are waiting for me out there, and a less dignified fate is waiting back there. And knowing me, if there were a way out, I'd take it.
John.
Jeremy, if I'm going to die, I'd like to do it my way. Good luck. Hurry. Jeremy. This belongs to you now. You're a Robert, Jeremy. Which makes you a better man than I ever was. So take it.